Steve. I'm Ciara O'Flynn, Consul General of Ireland in Atlanta. I'm delighted to welcome you to this virtual celebration of St. Patrick's Day, in what is an unusual year to say the least. For me, St. Patrick's Day is primarily about connection and community. It's a chance to come together around the bonds of Irish history and heritage that have had such an impact worldwide, and to connect with communities in the broadest possible sense. That's especially true here in the Southeast US, where Ireland's links and roots go back hundreds of years. Those links have been forged down through the centuries through immigration, hard labour, trade, culture, faith, and enterprise. Irish people have made strong contributions to the states of Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee throughout history and today. And those states have given much to Ireland, not least in providing inspiration through leaders such as Frederick Douglass, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Representative John Lewis, and many others, to the civil rights movement in Ireland and to shaping our values as a nation. Ireland will always be ready to take up the mantle of good trouble to push for justice and equality in the world. Our shared history has not always been easy or without challenges. I'm very aware of how difficult it is for people in our community today and throughout the past year who haven't been able to travel to Ireland to see friends and family, often at the most painful of times. I'm really grateful that you've connected with us today. And I'm also very grateful for the support that so many people in our community have shown me and my family since we arrived in Atlanta 6 months ago. It may be virtual, but I have certainly felt that strong sense of connection and community that binds us. I hope that you enjoy our programme today. And now we have a very special St. Patrick's Day message from the Taoiseach, Micheál Martin.
Thank you, Consul General, and I would like to wish you and everyone in Atlanta a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Accorda, friends. There's an old saying that there are two kinds of people in the world, the Irish and those who wish they were. That may not be true every day, but on March 17th at least, the world really does turn green. Nowhere more than the United States, home to half of our diaspora, a remarkable 35 million Irish Americans, yours as a community 5 times the population of our island, one which, in Whitman's words, contains multitudes, and which, like America herself, is enriched by that diversity, just as we in Ireland are, by those who, like St. Patrick 13 centuries ago, have come from overseas to call our island home. Irish culture, of course, has its roots in Ireland, but like our people, it's never been confined to it. The first St. Patrick's Day parades were not in New Ross, but in New York. The world's largest Irish cultural festivals are not in Mayo, Cork or Dublin, but in Milwaukee, Kansas City and Dublin, Ohio. And Riverdance was as much a creation of dancers from Chicago and New York as a composer from Limerick. Through the ages, Irish-American artists have imagined and reimagined Ireland, and through their creativity, refashioned how our nation is seen, not just in America, but across the world. Today, our music, dance, and literature inspires many brilliant young Americans with no ancestral ties to Ireland. Artists who, far from appropriating our culture, appreciate, renew, and enrich it. This evening is about celebrating those riches, the many shades that comprise Irish America, and the deep and deepening ties between our nations. In a year that has kept us apart, it's also an occasion to come together, to remember all we've lost, yes, but also to reflect on what we have achieved. This pandemic has hit us all hard. There can be scarcely a family across America or Ireland who has not suffered some loss. But as I've told President Biden, even as we've been tested, time and time again, the Irish have shown our meitheal. An ancient Gaelic word, meitheal. It captures the idea of community and resilience, the kindness and kinship needed to winter out this most violent storm. A spirit of mehel underpinned the donations thousands upon thousands of Irish and Irish Americans made last summer to aid the Navajo and Hopi people, returning a kindness the Choctaw showed our ancestors 174 years ago. A spirit of mehel inspired the selflessness of the Irish lacrosse team, who gave up their place in a world championship so that the Iroquois, founders of the ancient game, might compete in their place. And it was the spirit of a mehel which led Irish community leaders across New York, New Jersey and Pennsylvania to come together last spring to source PPE for frontline workers and care for those most in need. Lá Éile Pádraig, St. Patrick's Day, is more than Ireland's national day. The Gaelic fáilte, literally feast, captures the fact that above all else, this is an occasion for celebration. And so this evening, in honour of St. Patrick, let us celebrate. Celebrate an island diverse now in her culture as in her landscape. Celebrate a people spread wide across the globe and across your vast country. People bound together through shared heritage. Celebrate the resilience in our hearts, the kindness we do each other, the truths we hold self-evident. Celebrate Ireland, celebrate America, and celebrate Irish America in her many brilliant shades, all of which shine with special lustre at this special time of year. Recognising that, hard as the days ahead may be, le chéile, together we will come through them. Gorabh Mahagwibh Acharda, enjoy this evening's programme and a happy St. Patrick's Day to you all.
Thank you, Taoiseach, for those words as we celebrate a day that has such meaning for Ireland, both at home and here in the Southeast US. Next, we'll delve into the world of culture. St. Patrick's Day is a time to celebrate the brilliance and diversity of Irish cultural talent, both at home and abroad. This year, especially, we rely on culture to sustain and uplift us. I hope you enjoy the next performances.
Classic and contemporary Irish voices combined for this enchanting performance of Consulate seminal In a Lifetime, as Moya Brennan duets with Denise Chyla, who reprises the lines sung by Bono on the original.
Without color
award-winning poet and author Díreach Ní Ghríofa introduces and recites The Heart of the Wood, a poem from ancient Irish tradition translated into English by Lady Augusta Gregory in 1919.
There's a phrase in the Irish language, chuir mé béarla air. I put English on it, that I find very striking when I'm translating. It's almost, or what it brings to mind to me is the sense of cloaking a language in another language, in a dominant language in this case. And so this sé seo an béarla a chur Lady Gregory ar an dáin seo, this is the English that Lady Gregory has put on this lost poem. The Heart of the Wood. My hope and my love, we will go for a while into the wood, scattering the dew, where we will see the trout, we will see the blackbird in its nest, the deer and the buck calling, the little bird on the highest branch that sings the sweetest, the cuckoo up on the fresh green, and death will never come near us in the sweet wood.
In the spectacular and secluded surroundings of Kylemore Abbey, deep in Connemara, concertina master Cormac Begley from West Kerry gives a pulsating rendition of O'Neill's March.
Finally, on behalf of everyone at the Consulate General of Ireland in Atlanta, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. While today's celebration does not replicate the joy of coming together in person, it's a marker until we meet again. Since I arrived here in Atlanta, I've learned about the phenomenal work ongoing across the 7 states of the Southeast US by Irish community and affinity organisations, not just around St. Patrick's Day, but throughout the year. I commend and admire your dedication and energy, especially over this last year. I really look forward to the chance to visit in person and to learn more about the connections between Ireland and the Southeast. For now, I invite you all to explore the Ireland.ie website for much more St. Patrick's Day experiences and to learn more about Ireland in general. Thank you, Gurv Magwiv, Banach Dina Féile Pórig Urv, Happy St. Patrick's Day, agus Slán Liv.